What's up, wise guys and gals, and welcome to episode 32 of the Wise Eats podcast. I'm your host, former fat guy and certified fitness coach Wes Wise, and today I want to share with all of you my daily routine for optimized health and productivity. I know these days everybody's got a daily routine that they're sharing, but I still want to put mine out there because there could be something in this episode that could be a game changer for you in your life and fitness. These are the exact habits that helped me lose 90 pounds and completely change my life. No matter what your goal is in life, I believe the greatest predictor of success is a strong foundation in health and fitness. I was 90 pounds overweight with no direction in my life, addicted to drugs, food, and alcohol. By implementing the habits I'm going to share today, I completely turned my health around, got in the best shape of my life, earned a master's degree in finance, have my own fitness website and podcast. I'm starting a family and crushing every day with energy I never had before. The habits I incorporate each day fuel me with the power to pursue all of my passions instead of holding me back like they were before. So I may not be rich and famous, but I'm able to live each day to its fullest and be the best, most happy version of myself because of this daily routine. I may miss some points in the video, but you can find the full write-up and show notes over at wise-eats.com/episode 32. I'm also going to include some things in this episode that I've heard in other people's routines that I don't personally do, at least not yet, but maybe you'll want to consider including them in yours. Also, if you feel that I left something out of this routine that you feel could help benefit myself or other people, please leave a comment on the YouTube video or drop me a DM at WesWiseFitness. So without further ado, let's get into my daily routine. It's time to wise up.
Before we get started with anything, like I said, we're on my time, so we're going to do things like I want to do them. I want to cover something right off the bat.
So my day usually starts somewhere between 5 and 6 a.m. That's about the time I wake up. I start work about 7:30, so I'll set my alarm for 6:30 every day, but I very rarely wake up to an alarm. My body usually wakes up naturally, sometime between 5 and 6. I don't follow the make your bed right away rule because Mrs. Wise takes care of the bed. She stays at home. So the first thing I do is I go brush my teeth. I go in the other room, do a weigh-in. I record my weight daily and track it. It's just a habit that I've kept and, helps me keep track of my weight and that kind of thing. The toothpaste that I use is Tom's toothpaste. I've also heard of people doing a mineral toothpaste homemade, which that sounds like a great option. I'm not there yet.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Very first thing after that, without fail, every single day, this is no matter what's going on in my life, the very first thing I do is get hydrated. So I'm drinking reverse osmosis water that we buy from the RO store, or we have a Berkey also that we drink water out. That's our go-to for water is the Berkey. Most of the time I'll drink it just plain, room temperature, but I also will add lemon, apple cider vinegar, MSM powder, some Himalayan pink salt, which has lots of great trace minerals in it. So mostly plain, but those are some great things to put in your water too. And you can go to the water recipe video on the website, wise-eats.com/water.
Drink lots and lots and lots of water, fresh brewed teas, and black coffee.
Next thing I do is write in my journal. I'm a huge fan of journaling, so I open my journal. I write 3 items of gratitude and 3 goals for the day. Also record my weight there as well. So see where that's going over time.
Hell, he don't know his head from a hole in the ground. He ain't got a clue.
This is where I would throw in some meditation if I'm going to do that. I don't meditate every day. I'm going to do a future episode on that, actually, because I did an experiment with meditation this year. But if I do some meditation, I'll use the Headspace app. I'll also do some 6x6 breathing where you're breathing in for 6 seconds and then breathing out for 6 seconds fully.
Is 6 long seconds in, 6 deep breath, like a 6-second deep breath, and a 6-second exhale.
I don't always do the meditation like I said. Sometimes it'll just be as simple as doing some intentional deep breathing as I go about my routine throughout the day or when I'm on my way to work, just reminding myself, take in those big deep breaths, suck in that oxygen, and it really helps actually getting that oxygen in like that.
Yeah, I definitely do a lot of meditation.
Next up is my dose of caffeine for the day. I'm addicted to caffeine just like everybody else. I have cut it back. I was drinking anywhere from like 5 to 10 caffeinated beverages a day. I'm down to 1 now. I have 1 black coffee, and that's it. I will throw in an extra green tea here and there because that does help fat loss. as well. So a little bit of extra caffeine with that green tea, I'm down for. But I cut off caffeine at noon nowadays. No more caffeine after noon. So black coffee, green tea, the super infused coffee. That's like a once in a while treat. That's on the website as well if you want to check that out. But that'll be my caffeine for the day. And the coffee I drink is, it's on my naughty list. It's the Starbucks Black Instant. I drink it black, don't put anything in it. It's not organic coffee, which it's important to get organic coffee. That's one of my vices. So we just love the flavor of that coffee so much. But one day I'll level up and get some. I do drink an organic blend, though. I drink Hagen Organic. That seems to be a really good brand. But I drink more of their decaf.
Cup of coffee, man, yeah. Man!
I'll take a few sips of that, get a little caffeine in my system, fully hydrated. At this point, if I have enough time before work, I'll do a fasted workout. This is my ideal time to get the fasted workout in. So I'll get in the garage, lift some weights. If it's the weekend, I usually start off with a fasted walk. But I don't know, these days I'm more doing fasted lifting first thing in the morning. It's my favorite way to start the day for sure.
But it's not an addiction like I have to do it. If I don't do it, I freak out. It's like if I don't do it, I don't feel good.
So once I'm into my workout, that's when I'll kind of start using my cell phone. I'll be listening to podcasts. I like listening to MMA podcasts. I'm a big UFC fan. Also a lot of motivational, self-help type stuff. Mike Dolce I listen to, Joe Rogan. There's a lot of them out there. I'll list some in the show notes. But yeah, it's not until that I've done my full hydration, journaling, goals, meditation, all that stuff is out of the way before I start using the phone. So this is where I'll start doing emails and texts and all that good stuff. So, stay on your own agenda before you jump on somebody else's agenda. Get your day started off on your terms, and, don't follow anybody. If you look at that phone and there's something bad on there, like it's going to spike your cortisol and all that good stuff, and you're going to start your day off on a roller coaster track. After my workout, I pack my lunch for the day, which is always done ahead of time the night before, so that's easy breezy. Run upstairs, say goodbye to Mrs. Wise, give her a hug and a kiss, say love the dogs there for a minute, and then I'm out the door, go to work. 7:30. My agenda at work is very simple. Deliver value as much as I possibly can, be the best coworker and employee that I possibly can. I also, I work a desk job, but I'm constantly moving, constantly getting up, getting out on the floor, going for walks, walking on breaks, walking on lunch breaks.
But the office pisses me off because they're trying to save their ass.
I fast for the first few hours, have my first meal at 9 a.m. It's always like the breakfast bowl, the energy bowl, the instant oatmeal, the power oatmeal, one of those. It's some concoction like that. All those recipes are on the website. I highly recommend those. If it's not that, it'll be a breakfast salad with scrambled eggs and spinach or kale, greens, like some potato and stuff like that. Recipes on the website. On my lunch break at work, I'll take a little bit of me time. That's when I'll do some writing. I'll do journaling. I'll go for a walk. If it's nice outside, I'll do a workout. I'll do some cardio, especially if it's sunny. If it's sunny, I'm in the sun, one way or the other, doing something. So just, clearing my head, doing some breathing, and taking a little me time. I'm not running to McDonald's. I'm not running to Burger King to get my lunch or whatever, or even Chipotle. Never had that in my life, and that stuff is not good for you, by the way. Everybody thinks it's like the healthier option, but unfortunately, spoiler alert, it's not.
Oh my God, I love Chipotle.
Obviously, the rest of the day, I'm getting a lot of steps, a lot of walking, and like I said, crushing it at work, just trying to go above and beyond anywhere that I can, and just being the best employee that I possibly can, because that's what you do when somebody is supporting you and allowing you to live the life that you want to live outside of work. And, work while you're at work. That's what I try to do.
Work while you're at work. Unless you work on the social media team, you should not be on Facebook when you're at work.
Okay, so I get home from work anywhere between 4 and 5 o'clock. If my workout was not done in the morning, this is the time that I'll do it. I'll transfer into my workout clothes, and once I'm in the workout clothes, it's like a switch is flipped in my mind. And we're going out to the garage, or we're, going on the deck or the driveway, and we're getting a good workout in. It'll either be some weightlifting, some high-intensity cardio, some mobility, stretching. It'll be something like that. One of those things. And if for a pre-workout, if I've had, several healthy meals throughout the day, which of course I have, that'll be my pre-workout. I won't need anything. I don't have any more caffeine. I used to have caffeine before a workout, a pre-workout sometimes, but I don't need any of that stuff anymore. It's just healthy meals throughout the day is all the energy that you need. And hydration and breathing. Oxygen is energy. Oxygen is your pre-workout. Water is your pre-workout. Fully hydrated, fully oxygenated, and then I hit the workout. If I am starving, I'll do like a light protein shake or some frozen fruit, something like that. And then, boom, hit the workout.
You see him without a shirt on, you're like, not quite buying it.
By the way, the workout is in the sun, if possible. If the sun is out, I'm in it. I'm dragging my weights out to the driveway, dragging my weight somewhere where that sun is at, and getting that vitamin D, getting all that natural energy. Oh, it's good stuff. It's going away here in Michigan because it's November, but the summer was good to us this year, despite COVID.
There's been papers that have been studied that show that this virus dies almost instantaneously when it's exposed to sunlight.
Post-workout, I will have a protein shake or go straight to dinner. Kind of depends. I try to keep my shakes down to like one a day, so if I already had one, I'll go right to dinner, or, just kind of depends. Dinner is going to be a well-balanced meal, of course, lean protein like chicken or fish or grass-fed beef, paired with a complex carb like quinoa, some vegetables, usually always organic if they're on the Dirty Dozen. More on that later as well. I'm excited about an episode I got coming out about the Dirty Dozen, the Clean 15, all that good stuff. So yeah, something like the Choke Slam chicken salad with like sweet potato. It'll be some sort of stir fry or some, salad or concoction like that. So lots of recipes on the website, wise-eats.com/recipes. Then my last meal of the day will be some sort of dessert. The fully charged chocolate smoothie or the protein pudding or some Greek yogurt with, we love frozen mango. That's amazing. Frozen blueberry, chia seed, flaxseed. What else? Just some peanut butter or almond butter with an apple. That's amazing snack. So that'll be like my last meal before bed. So then this is around anywhere from 8 to 10 p.m. After dinner, I'm having a walk with the dogs and my wife. That's a great thing to do after dinner. Get some extra steps.
I walk with my dog. We do hills.
I'll usually take a shower before bed, usually hot, but I will throw in a cold shower pretty often. There are some benefits that have been shown to that. Plus, it's just a way to kind of challenge your body, challenge your resolve. How much torture can you handle? And I like ice baths. I don't get to do them as much as I want. Maybe average like once every other month or something. I got to step my game up on that because we got a horse trough in the backyard, fill it with ice and water, and jump in there. And it's really good for muscle recovery and all that good stuff. So I'm going to get on those, especially with the cold weather coming around. It'll be easier to do them. But yeah, cold showers I'll throw in here and there. I was doing them pretty consistent for a while, but maybe something you want to look into doing.
I want to know what the hell is so impressive about that.
So the last thing I'll usually do before bed is some sort of mobility work or foam rolling, some sort of body weight activity, little something before bed. Then a little quality time, R&R with Mrs. Wise. We'll read in bed together, journal, take notes, all that good stuff. And then we're focused on quality sleep. At least 7 hours. I try to get anywhere from, at least 6 to 8 hours a night. We have blackout curtains in our bedroom to keep our bedroom pitch black. Keep the temperature in the house as cool as possible, usually around 65 degrees. Avoid electronics at least 1 hour before bed. No electronics, no TV, no cell phones in the bedroom. All that stuff is out. There's nothing even with a light in our bedroom. So I wear blue blocking glasses usually the last hour or two throughout the night.
Shut your little lips. If I come there and punch your little glasses off right now.
We hit sleep hard as we can because sleep is so super important for your health. It's everything. When I'm underslept, I feel like every area of my life suffers. So sleep is number one. It's huge. And also a few tips if you are a light sleeper. I kind of tend to wake up a lot to, go to the bathroom like 2 or 3 times a night, like clockwork. It's so annoying. So I try to cut my water off a couple hours before bed. But to get myself back to sleep, I'll do some like that 6x6 box breathing I talked about. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out, and those big deep breaths, and kind of feel feel your body like softening as you let those breaths out. It really relaxes me and lets me get back to sleep really fast. Another tactic I use is counting backwards from 300. I got that tip from Dolce. That worked for me very well for a while. Also, my last go-to, if I can't get myself back to sleep, is reading. I'll pull my right now I'm reading The Happiness Advantage. It's my second time reading that book. I love it. And I get through like a page or two, and then I'm dead after then. I fall right back asleep. And if I don't, then boom, I knocked out a good little section of the book. So eventually I pass right back out from reading. So those are my little sleep tips.
I wish you was sleeping right now. I'll knock you upside your head with a left hook, make your ass wake up and take out that damn trash.
So that's basically the gist of my daily routine. A few side notes here. Water and movement are constants throughout my day. I'm either working out in the morning, working out at lunch, after work, before bed, and usually all of the above. So constantly drinking purified water, staying active. My goal for the day is usually about 10,000 steps. I usually go over that pretty easily, anywhere between 10 and 20,000 steps a day. And it's not just 1 hour of exercise per day. It's all day, every day. Also, television. Used to be a big movie buff, TV buff. I mean, geez, it was like a huge part of my life. As you can see, I use a lot of clips in the episodes, so TV's always been like a big part of my life, but it's really not anymore. I would rather spend my free time working on Wise Eats or, spending time with my dogs or, doing something fun. So maybe, TV's fun too, but anyway, TV 2 to 3 days a week is usually, if I'm watching TV, it's usually like YouTube on my phone. So really don't. We will watch movies, of course. We'll watch some stuff. But yeah, it's only like a couple of nights a week usually for me.
You sit there like you bump on a log. It's pathetic.
Supplements that I use, I don't use these every single day, but most days. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is daily. I take vitamin D daily. Fish oil daily. Magnesium tablets here and there. Broccoli sprouts, we make those. That's a food. I made a video on how to make broccoli sprouts. It's on the website. Vitamin B12. Multivitamin. I recently started taking CBD oil. I don't know if I can say that I noticed a huge difference when I started, but man, I have not come to think of it. I have felt pretty incredible lately. So maybe it is the CBD. I don't know.
CBD's awesome.
Yeah, I love CBD.
It's gigantic.
Love it.
I've talked about journaling quite a bit. I probably do an excessive amount of journaling, but I always reflect on my previous day's events, look at future goals, track my finances, track my diet, everything, track my whole life in my journal. So it's been a major benefit for me. I recommend journaling wholeheartedly to everybody.
He's very wise. He's wise in his approach.
I guess for a second I'll talk about poop because it's kind of weird to talk about it, but it's a major indicator of your health. When I was unhealthy and overweight and just drinking alcohol all the time and eating so horribly, man, I was in the bathroom a lot, and it was painful and just so unpleasant. And I don't want to get too graphic, but like pooping now is like, it's so quick and easy. I'm in and out of there. It's maybe once or twice a day at the most. And it's like a good time now, I got my Squatty Potty, which if you don't know what that is, I recommend checking that out. It kind of like mimics the motion of proper pooping, which is so weird, but hey, I like it. It's a cool little gadget. And I guess like the ideal way to poop is actually in a squatting position. So the Squatty Potty helps you get that with the toilet. So I only share this because pooping used to be a major struggle for me, and now it's like, it's one of the best parts of my day. Finally, a daily routine isn't just about what you do, it's how you do. I treat everyone that I come in contact with kindness, respect, and generosity. I always try to come from a place of gratitude, show appreciation, and try my best to listen to others and show genuine interest. So, like I said before, over-delivering in every aspect of your life, at your job, at home, whatever it is. Over-deliver and operate with integrity. Just basically be the best that you can be. Be a real American.
I love it. I love it. And I love the guys like you are out there.
Thank you, brother.
Trying to represent America correctly.
So that's going to do it for my daily routine. I understand that some of it may not work for you in your particular situation, especially if you have kids or other responsibilities, but I can guarantee you that you have an opportunity somewhere in your schedule to make room for new positive habits that change your life over time. I'm far from perfect. I'm always constantly searching my day for new ways to incorporate new hacks and habits to optimize my day. So all days are different. Unexpected things happen, but this is a general template of how I live my life day in and day out. I also don't have kids yet, but I do have one on the way, so this will change, but I can promise you that most of the habits will remain intact. There's some things that I talked about are flexible, of course, depending on the situation and what the day calls for, but other things are absolutely non-negotiable, like getting good sleep, staying fully hydrated, staying active. And I don't care what my situation is. I will never sacrifice exercise, sleep, good nutrition, hydration, because they impact all areas of my life. I can't be a good husband to my wife. I can't be a good father to my unborn child. I can't be a good friend or employee or anything if any of those areas are failing. So those are number one. If you're not taking care of that stuff, if you're not getting in good shape, you're slacking, man. You are slacking.
You've got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker.
So that's enough preaching out of me. Thanks a lot for listening and watching. Don't forget to drop a comment in the YouTube video telling me the favorite parts of your own daily routine, some things you learned in this episode, I hope, if you did, and anything that I might have missed. You can see the full write-up for this episode over at wise-eats.com/episode 32, where I outline my entire routine and dive deeper into each habit, the products I use, and a whole bunch more. The last thing I want to say is this. Your future success relies on the positive habits you start implementing today. Small, sustainable habits today will compound into major progress down the road. So with that said, I appreciate you being here. Be good to yourself, be good to others, and until next time, make wise choices. God, I love coffee. This motherfucker thinks he's so cool we should just follow his daily routine.
He's overrated and he's a big piece of trash.
I used to rub. Another thing I've already talked about is sun exposure. Yep.
Drag your little camera over. Here's the last shot of the day.
Be the best that you can be. Be a real American. Oh, God. Whatever. I treat everyone I come into contact with respect.
The biggest bunch of bull I ever heard.
That baby thinks it's going to come along and ruin my routine. You got another thing coming, baby. Coming for you, baby.
As far as I'm concerned, this over with, so get the hell out of here.
Make wise choices, baby. All day, every day.